Welcome to Sportpen.
Ready to be diving in.
Today we're tackling the massive story of Tom Brady, not just wins and losses.
All right, more the journey, the moments, the sheer determination that made him a legend.
Exactly, and what it tells us about greatness itself. How do athletes like him actually, change the game? Let's figure it out.
It's pretty wild to think this giant of football wasn't like a guaranteed star from day one.
Not at all.
His coach at Michigan apparently even talked to him about maybe transferring.
Transferring. Can you imagine if he'd done that?
It could have been the biggest mistake, as the coach later put it. But Brady's reaction, well, it was pure Brady, wasn't it?
Totally. Just flat out said, no, I'm staying. I'll prove I'm the best quarterback here.
And boom. There's that mindset right there, that conviction.
Yeah, and the NFL kind of mirrored that initial doubt, didn't it? 6th round, pick 199 for the Patriots.
That late in the draft.
Yeah.
Expectations are usually, lower. Maybe a decent backup.
Yeah.
Not the guy to build a dynasty around.
It's almost funny now. Oh, and get this. He was drafted by the Montreal Expos, too. Baseball.
An MLB draft pick. That's a serious sliding doors moment, isn't it?
For sure. But nope. His focus was laser sharp. Football. Becoming the best.
Which, makes what followed even more incredible, that Patriots dynasty.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't just a couple of good years.
Yeah.
It was nearly 2 decades with him leading the charge.
Think about that run. It defined an era. People built entire media careers just covering that team, that story.
And the Super Bowls just kept coming across different decades, too.
Right. You've got 36, 38, 39, then later 49, 51, 53 with New England, and 55 with the Bucks. That's just insane consistency.
Absolutely staggering, which always sparks that debate, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How much was Brady? How much was Belichick?
Eternal question.
Some point to Belichick's genius system. Others look at how the Patriots struggled a bit after Brady left and say, see, it was him.
Yeah, that post-Brady dip definitely strengthens his case. But then again...
They did lose Super Bowls together too, right?
Yeah.
42, 46, 52. It wasn't automatic. It's complex.
Maybe they just pushed each other. That intense drive from both sides.
Very possibly. But then he goes to Tampa Bay.
Yeah. That move was something else. New team, talented, sure, but still new.
And wins the Super Bowl, first try, at his age.
That really cemented his individual impact for a lot of people, didn't it? It wasn't just the Patriot way. He brought the winning with him.
He elevated them. Okay, so what made him tick on the field? That brain, right?
Oh, the processing speed. People talk about his ability to see the field, understand time and space, almost like a superpower.
Yes, superpower is a word you hear, that cognitive edge. Dissecting defenses in fractions of a second. Teams are still trying to find QBs who can do that.
And making the right call under pressure consistently. But it wasn't just mental, was it? His physical preparation was next level.
The TB12 method.
Right.
That became almost as famous as his throwing arm.
Pliability, that was the big thing. Not just strength, but keeping muscles ready, flexible.
Plus the diet's super strict. Lots of veggies, limited meat, tons of water, electrolytes.
Yeah.
The whole 9 yards. Regular massage, too.
Yeah, it's practically a whole philosophy. The book sold well even beyond athletes, People looking for any kind of edge.
Though, let's be honest, some found the TB12 products a bit pricey.
Huh. Yeah, that criticism was definitely out there. But the core ideas about longevity and body maintenance really resonated.
And it seemed to work for him, didn't it? Playing into his mid-40s at that level.
Then there's the leadership aspect. That seems applicable way beyond football.
Totally. Putting the team first, that's classic Brady. But also, appreciating the less heralded guys. Setting sky-high standards for everyone.
Understanding what makes different teammates tick, how to motivate them individually, and complementing the formal coaching leadership.
Right. It wasn't just X's and O's. It was building relationships. You saw that in how emotional his departure from New England was for the team and the fans.
Definitely. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. He faced real adversity.
Oh, yeah. That knee injury in 2008, ACL, MCL, that could easily have ended his prime or even his career.
But he came back, still elite. That says a lot about his resilience, his focus on recovery and controlling what he could control.
And then you have the controversies. Deflategate looms pretty large there.
Deflategate. That felt like it went on forever. Tampered footballs, the investigation.
The suspension, the court battles. It really put the NFL's whole disciplinary process, the CBA's grievance stuff, under a microscope.
And the Patriots sticking by him so strongly, arguing the whole process was fundamentally unfair. That was a big part of the story, too.
It definitely was. And look, playing at such a high level for so long, especially into his 40s,
Yeah.
Well, it inevitably led to whispers, didn't it, about performance-enhancing drugs.
Right. You hear those comparisons sometimes, like with Barry Bonds and baseball guys who defied aging curves.
But it's crucial to state,
Mm-hmm.
there's never been a positive test. No concrete evidence regarding Brady.
No, absolutely. And there are other explanations people point to.
His insane diet and training, obviously. Advances in sports science, nutrition, recovery techniques.
Plus rule changes in the NFL. Quarterbacks are way more protected now than they used to be. That has to help longevity.
For sure. But speculation aside, you just look at the raw numbers.
Mind-blowing. Records for wins, career passing yards, touchdowns, often by huge margins.
And he wasn't just hanging on at the end. His stats, even in his final seasons, were often elite. Playing that many seasons with 10-plus games in your 40s is just incredibly rare.
It really underscores the uniqueness of his career arc.
And his impact wasn't just in the games, it was on the games. The Tom Brady effect.
Oh yeah, the TV ratings. Networks loved when he was playing, right? Viewership went up, ad engagement.
He had this incredible gravitational pull, a massive draw for the league's popularity.
Which brings us, inevitably, to that debate, the Joet conversation.
Greatest of all time. Yeah, his name's always in the mix, isn't it, across all sports?
You hear Brady, Jordan, Gretzky, maybe Babe Ruth. How do you even compare across different eras in sports?
It's tough. Championships matter, individual stats, impact on the game, the level of competition.
One argument for Brady that I find compelling is the NFL parity factor.
Right. The draft, the salary cap. The league is designed to stop dynasties from forming.
Exactly. And yet he consistently won year after year, despite those built-in obstacles. That's a strong point in his favor.
It really is. So now he's moving into a new phase, broadcasting with Fox.
Yeah, bringing all that experience straight to the viewers. It'll be interesting to hear his insights week to week.
And he's already weighing in on things, like college sports, expressing some concern, actually.
About the transfer portal and NIL deals.
Yes, suggesting maybe it shifts the focus for young players from, like, growth and overcoming adversity to more transactional stuff, hindering development, potentially.
Interesting perspective from someone who stayed and fought for his spot back at Michigan.
And it touches on that whole psychological side of retirement for elite athletes, too. Losing that identity, that structure, is a huge adjustment. A grieving process, almost.
Definitely something profound to navigate after decades at the absolute peak.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tom Brady. From pick 199 to, well, arguably the pinnacle of his sport. It's an amazing story of excellence, sure, but also adaptation, leadership, and just relentless drive.
Whether it's talent, work ethic, smarts, leadership, probably some magic mix of all of it. His mark on football is undeniable.
So as you think about his journey, what parts stand out to you? What resonates when you consider your own goals or challenges? What does the story of someone like Brady tell us about what greatness really is?
Lots to chew on there.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening to Sportpen.